Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to a new video here in my dorm room in Japan. So today I'm going to be discussing basically getting set up in Japan, specifically for people coming on a working holiday, since this is what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing basically my experience and just some tips that I want to share. So yeah, basically I guess before you come, a few things that you need to bring I would say are number one, plugs. So for some reason, I thought Japan had the same plug as New Zealand, but it's not. So yeah, definitely remember to buy a converter before you leave. And also, I would say it's important to get some cash, because in Japan, sometimes, like for example, even in Tokyo, like when you're buying train tickets, sometimes you still need to have cash with you. And a lot of places, if you're just going to little markets and the small stores, they only take cash. So it's important, yeah, to have some cash, and then you can exchange that when you get to Japan. And then obviously, yeah, just some medication, or you know, things that you can't buy here, or if there's like specific food that you really like from home, I would say bring it as well. But in general, Japan is pretty convenient. Almost everything you can buy here, and it's probably going to be cheaper than where you come from. So yeah, I would say definitely try not to overpack, because you will definitely want to shop and buy a lot of stuff. So yeah. In terms of when you arrive, so when you get to the airport, you have to fill out basically an arrival form. It's fairly simple, straightforward, and then yeah, I guess you gotta like declare you're not allowed to bring like fresh food, fruit and meat, but like packaged things are okay, so it's fine. And when you arrive, I think it's like to one of the larger airports, so if you basically get your residence card straight away, which is really convenient. So yeah, this is basically your form of ID when you get to Japan. So yeah, they literally just print it out for you when you get there. So as soon as you arrive, you get your residence card, which is nice. And then I would say the first thing you need to do is register your address. So what you have to do is go to the local ward, I think they call it, or like basically it's the local city council building of where you're staying, and register your address. And then basically they print your address on the back of the card, and you need this to get a SIM card, and also I think to get a bank account as well. So yeah, honestly, I already had like a job and accommodation sorted out, so I had an address. But if you don't have a place to stay, or if you're just in hostels, I'm not really sure what to do, to be honest. Maybe you can register the address as just to get like an address or something, I don't really know. But yeah, luckily I had my job and accommodation sorted out, because I'm coming here in winter. I'm working a ski season, so I would say that's a good option if you coming here during winter and you want like a job and accommodation straight away. So you have your residence card and your address. I would say next step is to get a SIM card. So when I first arrived, I got a tourist SIM card, which is a good option as well. So basically this means you don't really have a Japanese number, but you have data, and it's not that expensive either. It's like I think 3,000 yen for like maybe 6 GB, so it's pretty good. And then yeah, you can use that obviously when you're first here. Once you have your address, you can get a SIM card. So I went with the company Y Mobile, just because I don't know, I tried a few different stores and they were like the first people to help me. And the guy spoke decent English, or at least tried, so sometimes that's like the reason why I choose things, you know. But yeah, so I pay about 2,300 yen a month for 4 gigabytes of data, and I think for Japan that's actually on the more expensive end. Like there's definitely cheaper options out there. I think if you go online you can probably find a cheaper option, but to be honest I just wanted to get it sorted, so that's why I went with them. And I also had to pay like 3,000 yen, I think, like startup costs to get the SIM card. So yeah, just double check if you're signing a contract, what is like the total cost, or like the startup fee, and not just the monthly fee. And also be aware of tax as well, because a lot of time in Japan the prices don't include tax. So yeah, that's something to be aware of. Okay, so once you have your phone number, I would say the next step is to get a bank account. I went with the company Japan Post. I think that's the easiest place for foreigners, and also they have like a lot of locations. So yeah, I basically just went in. I didn't book or call ahead or anything. I just went in, asked first off if anybody spoke English, and then basically I just said I need to open an account. And luckily I was able to do it on the day. At first they were like, can you come back another time? And I was like, not really. So yeah, I just got it there and then and there. There's also an online form that you can fill out on their website, which I would suggest you do because it makes the process faster. I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but like I'd recommend it. So yeah, fill out that form. You can download it. I just had it on my phone, and the guy just like used it to, you know, copy it out, all the information. And then yeah, so both the SIM card and the bank account, I would say, took a good half an hour, I'd say at least. So definitely make time for that. And they're not things that can really be done in a rush, especially in Japan. Like, people will take their time, so don't, you know, be impatient. Yeah, basically for the bank account, I just needed my residence card. I didn't need my passport or anything. The only ID I had was my residence card, and then they wanted information about like my work, so I had to tell them where I was working, you know, the phone number and the address of my work. And yeah, that's kind of it really. And then I just gave them my address, obviously, and then they told me, yeah, basically within a week they would mail me my cash card, which is I guess the equivalent of like an EFTPOS card in New Zealand, and also the passport, which is this thing here. I'm still not really sure what I do with it, but anyways, I have it. So I also applied for a debit card as well, which will be coming soon. And yeah, that's kind of it really. I think those are the most important things when you first arrive. Also, health insurance, and there's like something called the My Number card, which I'm still working on myself. So yeah, I can't really give information about that yet. But yeah, those are the main things. So hopefully this video was a little bit helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.